Hi, everyone. I'm Pamela Matassa.
And I'm Raven Johnson. September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. In this episode of Inside Ascension, our message is this: every life is valuable and worth saving. Mental health is just as important as physical health.
And if you or someone you love is hurting, there's help right now. Every story in this program points to resources that can support you through the hardest moments and toward feeling better. Here in Ascension Parish, the Ascension Counseling Center and Our Lady of the Lake Ascension Partnership now staff 2 full-time psychiatrists, one for adults and one for adolescents, working alongside counselors, social workers, and support staff. Their focus is your whole health, body, and mind.
I think one of the biggest resources that people have access to is the crisis hotline, 988. That was recently implemented by lawmakers in the past few years. And then, other resources, other emergency resources in the community, 911, emergency departments, things like that are very important. I find myself often saying this, not only to people who are thinking about getting treatment, but people who are, after they've seen me, whether they want to continue treatment or not. It's not going to hurt you to reach out to come see one of us, to at least talk with us, hear your options. We're here to help. We're not here to force things on you. So keep that in mind when you're coming. I know it can be scary sometimes. Taking the first step in something like reaching out as it relates to your mental health can be unnerving, but we're just here to help.
You'll hear a lot about 988, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. I had the chance to visit with Sherrod Crespo from ViaLink about how 988 works and why it saves lives.
Where now we do operate our 24-hour contact center, answering emotional support, crisis intervention, suicide prevention lines, as well as information and referral. We have a wonderful data department as well as resource department, and then great community outreach and also post-vention services for traumatic loss.
Oh, wow. You really cover the gambit. One of the things people probably are most familiar with if they think about suicide crisis prevention, we've maybe seen those signs up there, 988.
Yes.
How does that work? And who's on the other line?
Yeah, great question. So 988 is the 3-digit dialing code for the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Formerly, that number was 1-800-273-TALK. Many people might have seen that number before, and that 10-digit number does still work. But all you have to remember now is just 988. And though that is a national line, it is a local service. And that's what a lot of people don't realize is you get routed to your local contact center. So when you dial 988, your calls aren't just going out to wherever. They are actually staying in state to nonprofits in Louisiana that really care about you. And the people that answer are our trained staff and volunteers. They go through about 200 hours of training, extensive information on skills like active listening, nonviolent communication, motivational interviewing. They are extensively trained in suicide procedures. We very much practice emergency room diversion. I think that's extremely important for our communities to know. I think a lot of people are concerned if they dial 988, we're going to just kind of triage them and send an ambulance out, when really we are there to get the least invasive form of care and what's going to work for you, what's going to help you breathe through what you're experiencing. We never jump to conclusions or assume where you're at with whatever it is that you're struggling with. We are there to listen to you. There are no time limits. There's no agendas. There's no scripts. Just very compassionate, trained, skilled people who want to hear from you.
While September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, the struggle and need for help is year-round. I recently sat down with Megan Goldbeck with the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention to help shine a light of hope on this dark topic.
Suicide's a very hard topic to discuss, but we found the more we talk about it, the less likelihood of its occurrence, right? We want to treat suicide like any other cause of death. So we really work with communities all across the state to help them understand risk factors, warning signs, and how to listen and lead someone to help.
And you talked about working across the state. Prevention in every parish is an initiative. And why was that chosen as the goal?
So a couple of years ago, we had met with one of the representatives, Representative Jordan out of Baton Rouge, and he was like, why have I never heard of AFSP before? And I said, great question. And from there, it morphed into this initiative where we want to make sure every Louisiana parish has access to this information. So we partner with an organization called Rain Will Bring Flowers Foundation. They lost their son Owen to suicide about 2 years ago. And so we've been in schools, community organizations, faith-based groups, you name it. Again, really educating them about why suicide is an issue.
And talk to me about some of the programs or milestones that's kind of helped push this initiative forward.
Yeah, so we have a great program for youth called It's Real Teens and Mental Health, and it really just kind of talks about why mental health is important. What are some signs and symptoms of someone who might be having a struggle with their mental health? How kids can have those conversations. So we give them tips on what to say, what not to say, really emphasizing listening and leading someone to help. We also offer adult programs that do something a little similar for that 18 and up age range. But again, the overall reaching message is we want people to know suicide can be prevented. There's things that we can do, and there are resources out there that people can take advantage of if they need it. But we're not alone, and there is support out there, and there's a wonderful group of people who want to help those who are struggling.
Throughout the month of September, Ascension 21 is sharing more conversations like these. So if you miss anything, just keep watching. You'll find real options for real people.
And we want you to hear from someone who's been there. I interviewed Ronnie LaDup, who survived multiple attempts and now helps others find their way back to the light.
So about a year and a half ago, I get a call. It's a guy that I was once in treatment with before that we got sober together. He kind of fell off. He ended up on hard times again. And he was at a hotel, strung out, did not want to live. Heard that I was working at Regions, gave me a call. We didn't have transportation. They didn't want to wait that long for the ambulance to get to him. So I got in my own car and went and got him. And a year and a half later now, he has 2 kids and he's happily married. And we actually just talked on the phone the other day. So that is, that's why I talked about nothing gets me higher than saying that, because I understand where he was at. I've heard that tone before. I've felt those feelings. And without crying, I know how much pain he was in. So to see him now, like flourishing, working, he's a foreman, got like 20 people working under him. He makes his wife happy. He's a great dad. This is what I do it for. This is what I do it for. So we are the chosen ones. We were handpicked to fight and combat this epidemic that we're combating and fighting right now. I surrendered my life 6 years ago. My life is no longer my own. My life is to help other people save theirs. And as low and as dark as everything has been, I promise you, the light on the other end is way brighter than you ever imagined it can be. I've never gotten more high than helping the next person than a substance ever got me. It's nothing like seeing the light come on for another individual, or them becoming gainfully employed or a productive citizen of society, or getting custody back of their kids. The battle that you're facing right now is worth it, but go through it and just know that people like me and hundreds others, with resources, we are here and ready to help you.
Wow, what an inspiration. Like we said before, suicide and suicide awareness, they're not easy to talk about. But hopefully through programs like this one and services like the ones we've talked about, if you're struggling, if you're in pain, help is out there. Every life is valuable, and no matter what, you are loved.
And you don't have to feel alone. If you are struggling, reach out. Call or text 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Hotline. Local help is on your screen, and longer versions of these segments will air throughout the month and live on our Ascension 21 YouTube channel.
Take care of yourself and each other.
We're here for you today and every day.